I'm making babka. It's one of my favorite things ever. It is this brioche dough with a lot of different flavors. I'm gonna do a Filipino twist on it by adding coconut and ube. For me, I find that if I look at a recipe ahead of time, I can look at all the ingredients, see if any one of them needs some particular attention. So that way when you get into the recipe, you're ready to go. Everything will run smoothly. In this case, you need softened butter, just like me. I've got some warmed up coconut milk. Add that to your mixing bowl, along with some sugar and yeast. Just give this a good little whisk. Let this sit here for about 5 minutes to allow the yeast to bloom up. It'll get a little foamy. When I was younger, my mom worked for a Jewish family, so for every celebration and holiday, she would bring home Jewish treats, and chocolate babka was my favorite. I thought you had to be a master baker to make babka, but then I learned that if you just take things step by step and get organized, you can make the best babka ever. It's been about 5 minutes. The yeast mixture is ready. It's nice and foamy. I need 1 egg and 1 extra yolk. Boop, and add in the butter. I'm so glad I thought ahead and got that butter super soft without much effort. Give that a little mix. I'm gonna start adding the dry ingredients. Salt, already measured out. The flour a little bit at a time. See, I'm not even fazed by this. This is super simple. I'm definitely not crying in the corner of my kitchen like I used to for most of my life. Some more flour. Now this is gonna be a really sticky dough. It's gonna look like you need to keep adding flour, but trust me, don't. Once it starts coming together like that, just gathering it up. The next thing I wanna prep is an oiled bowl. This is where the dough is gonna sit and rest. Now I could get handsy. Just start putting it together a little bit. Cover it up with a clean kitchen towel and just let this rise until it doubles in size. While the dough rises, I'm gonna make some ube paste. Now, ube is a type of purple yam. You can find this purple yam in most grocery stores now. It has a beautiful, vibrant color. Now I'm adding this instead of chocolate or cinnamon because I like to put my own little twist, especially if it reminds me of my parents. So my mom's the one that introduced babka to me. She's Filipino. I'm doing a Filipino twist. Now to make the paste, you need to soften up and cook the potato. So I like to just put this in the oven, but before I do, take a fork, prick the skin, bake it until it's nice and soft. I'm gonna use this time to kind of reevaluate the situation, see if anything needs cleaning up. I've got a lot of dishes in that sink, so I'm gonna go and do that. I keep my mind clear by keeping my space clean. If something needs to rest, bake, or roast, I take the time to wash up some dishes, clean up my station. That way, I can enjoy the fruits of my labor without having to worry about all the cleanup. I've pulled my potato out to cool just slightly so that I can handle it. Now all you have to do is peel it up. Ube. Filipinos know that it's always been poppin'. We've had it in dishes since we were little kids, but it has blown up all over the place because pastry chefs love using it in desserts, again, because it's super bright and colorful. It's like, ooh, ube, ube? Now I want to mash it all together. Coconut condensed milk, man, it just takes condensed milk, just sweetened milk to a whole new level. It's a little nutty. Coconut milk. Then go ahead, put in the lemon. And take a masher. Look at that color. Now just keep working at it. Mash it until it's smooth. It's cooked down a little bit. It's thickened up. It's almost jammy. Very spreadable. All right, I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit and then put it in the fridge to chill. Meanwhile, clean up. My dough is ready. My ube paste is ready. I've got all of my stuff organized and ready to go. Let's see this dough. Baby, it's doubled up. It's nice, airy, and bubbly. Are you ready for this? Get your fist, be loud and proud, and punch it. Oh, I was a little too aggressive with it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. Just want to flour my surface. And gently roll it out. All right, that looks great. Next, all you have to do is get your filling and spread it all over. Your goal here is to get it nice and thin. elevate that coconut flavor with some toasted coconut flakes. Cocoa Rain. Carefully roll it up into a long cylinder. Again, just like a cinnamon roll. Line up here and give yourself a little bit of space up at the top. Cut it straight down the middle. You want to flip each strand up so you can see those beautiful layers, and then braid it up. So you just take one side, lift it up like a big tentacle. Repeat. Look at that, it looks wild, like some sort of sea creature I just discovered. I'll call it the ubeitopus. I've already prepared this loaf pan, it's greased up, ready for me to pop this baby in. Now, you just carefully lift it up, and then carefully make it fit. There you go. Beautiful. I got that in the pan. I didn't have to go to pastry school to do this. I went to the School of Jen. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit in the pan to rise and fill it out. While this rises, I'm gonna make a simple syrup, combining water and sugar. Let that sugar dissolve, and it'll make a beautiful glaze for our babka.
Shake your booty, baby.
The dough is done with its second rise. Look at this. Oh, hey, sexy lady, look at that. Now, before I pop it into the oven, I wanna give it a little help getting some brownness with an egg wash. Gorgeous. Now, this is gonna go into the oven until golden brown. There she is, the beautiful babka. Oh my goodness, do you see that color? You still see those little stripes of purpley waves in there. So good. Now, as a final touch, I'm gonna put that simple syrup right over the top. It's gonna give it a nice shine. She's glistening, she's ready, she knows. Toasty coconut flakes. It's gonna stick right onto it. See the little parchment paper? You thought ahead of time, and look, easily released. You don't have to struggle, just like that. Here goes nothing. I'm just gonna close my eyes and hope for the best. Oh my God! Look at that! Oh, I'm about to cry. Oh, you can smell that coconut in there. And the smooth ube. Look at that. I love the flavor combo here with the coconut and the ube baked into a buttery sweet brioche dough. Oh, it is so worth all the preparation. It seems like a hectic process, but if you just take those steps, you become more systematic, organized, your brain will be aligned with your food, and all will be well.